GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's a GMG, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
Yeah, it's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you.
Looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keep it at a buck though, none to get you up though like GMG. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning gang, be the issue, and take your friends and them, Ken and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the chosen haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks, and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps, do dooby dooby doo 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 doo. Good morning, gang, gang. Good morning to ye. Ooh wee baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good morning, good morning. Listen, I'm still scruffy, still looking fluffy, paws no diddy, but I'm good in my city. That's all that matters to me. Listen, as y'all can see, is episode 335 of them things. 335 of them things faker than a $3 bill. It'd be the things that people tried to sell us and tell us
from outside the community and inside our community. You feel me? It be the things, it be the things. How are you doing? How are you doing? Good morning. Thank y'all for the early gifts. Thank y'all for the early gifts. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't have my warnings lined up this morning. As you can tell, I'm still on another platform, streaming platform that I'm using or whatever the case may be. The reason why I'm late, and please charge it to the situation and not my heart, because I definitely was up and at 'em, but I was on the phone with technical support for the other software that I use or whatever the case may be, and it just they wasn't figuring it out fast enough for me to get the show together and get it going. And I've been up since 6:30 this morning. 6:30 in the morning. I've been preparing for you. Pause, no diddy, fellas. Pause, no diddy. I've been up and at 'em, you feel me? Trying to make this happen. Did you get excuse me, did I get new cameras? No new cameras. Same situation, same situation. Different software though, different software. Appreciate that. Let me give a breakdown. I will say this, since I ain't got my warning uploaded. Everything that I say from now going forward is all alleged. And I'm using everything that I use under the Fair Use Act, abbreviated. You know, you can use it for educational purposes, to inform, to enlighten, to make review of, or do a cover of. Listen, everything here is is allegedly. Allegedly. Listen, how are y'all doing this morning? Who we got in the building? 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 Peep Scheme, Wagwan Brethren, was goody like the mob. The Frog, good morning, GMG, TGIF, indeed. Bab Wilson, was goody like the mob. Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby. Good morning to ye. Who else? Terry Murray was goody like the mob. I see you. Good morning, good morning. Tanico. She's in the building. I see you. Good morning to ye. Whom else? Did I miss anybody as of yet? Sexy Sugar Mama. What's goody like the mob, ladies and gentlemen? We in here like swimwear, about to make it. Yeah, do what it do, baby. Do me a favor. Do me the honor and the favor, if you would. If you could, share this situation. LA, is that LA Broadest? What's goody like the mob? I see you tapping in from over on the good X streets or whatever the case may be. Why? Oh, I'm wondering why I couldn't see it. There you go. I put it on the stage so y'all can see it or whatever the case may be. Pause. L.A. Broadest was goody like the mob. Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what platform you tuning from. I don't care if you got to do it from your personal cell phone, your tablets or your computers or laptops. Do me the honor and the favor to share this situation known as the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by myself, Big Phil Speaks, and that good GMG, Good Money Gang. Listen, we about to have at it, ladies and gentlemen. We about to have at it like a crackhead with a crack habit. You feel me? But yes, and if you happen to be tuning in on the low ski, like peeking through the windows, make sure you come on over here to YouTube for your boy and hit that like, boop up, hit that subscribe, boop up, hit that notification bell, bing, so you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops, whenever the Feel the Love Friday drops, which is tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got a good show for y'all coming. And also the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks or anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel. Before I move any further, ladies and gentlemen, do you all hear me clearly? Do you hear me clearly? Do you hear me clearly? Do you hear me clearly? Yeah, do you hear me? If you can hear me, put 100 thumbs up or fire emoji for your boy. If you would, if you could, you feel me? Da, 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 da. Perfect, okay. Oh, good. Microphone check, 1, 2. What is this? Big Phil in this BI with the roughneck business. About to have at it like only I know how to do about this time, baby. Let me hide that comment right there. Listen, I ain't got some of my information up here. Hold on, let me see something. Visual effects, settings. Good morning. Good. Let me make sure. Layouts. I don't know. I ain't worried about it this morning. I ain't worried about it. Listen, it's been a long time coming. Baby, I'm in a sing-songy type of mood. Don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen. That's my thing to do. Whether I'm happy, sad, mad, glad, thinking, contemplating on get back, whatever it might be. I'm always got a song. I always have a song on my heart and my mind, ladies and gentlemen. Always. Don't let that go over your he's not ye. You feel me? I don't know from where I want to begin. I don't know where I want to begin. There's a lot of serious topics. There's one that I wanted to put up here. I don't see it. Hold up. Let me make sure that I transferred it over. 'Cause with everything being discombobulated. Oh, I didn't put. I don't see it. I don't see it, baby. Give me a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize about that. With me trying to get everything together with technical support on the other streaming software, I inadvertently left out a couple things that I wanted to send on over, whatever the case may be, that I wanted to, get into, or whatever the case may be. Ooh wee. Hold on, boom, bam. Yay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all feeling? It's Friday, the 31st day of July. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? July is over. It's just like that. It seemed like January was just right here, huh? It seemed like April Fool's Day was just right on January's backside. Pause. It seemed like, the summer just begun, and we are already headed into in August already. But the good thing about all that is this. Connie Baptiste, good morning to ye. Where Dez at? My fault, Dez. Dez and D. Super. What's up? What's goody like the mob, huh? Lady Cosanita, she's in the building. Good morning to ye. Listen, I apologize. I didn't see y'all had my comments turned off on this side, so I didn't see that y'all came in the room. I apologize. But the good thing about the fact that August is just now beginning tomorrow is the fact that December is right around the corner. And on the 11th day, God so loved the world that he let a yellow fella such as myself be born. Yes, indeed. What's goody like the mob? CBS. What's goody like the mob? I see you in the building, huh? Happy Friday. That part, huh? Listen, make sure I ain't miss nobody else, because you know how you Phil, why you shout? Hey Phil, you see me in the room, Phil. Why you ain't? I love my weeples. I got to put the shout outs out there. Let me see if that uploaded or whatever the case may fully uploaded, and it did. Oh, that was it. Okay. I'm not going too many places and spaces today with the commentary, but I will. It's some heavy things pun me hot today, or whatever the case may be, given the circumstances and situations that we're living in. Allegedly, there's a medical report coming out today, sometime today, sometime today. It's supposed to be some medical report coming out, I guess, from the medical examiner down there in Mississippi. Or maybe the throat and all those things were finally sent to the independent medical examiner so that he can give a proper determination, or at least as much as he can, given the evidence and the time delay of them sending it over in the Nolan Wells case, that is. In the Nolan Wells case. Okay, let me put this on stage. I want y'all to listen to this video from Secret Service Sam. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what y'all think.
Service Sam here for a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and just something to think about. A friend was telling me how they kill black people twice. First time here in this world, and the second time is the assassination of their character. They have to act like something was wrong with this person to make people think that they deserved somehow what happened to them. The same way they're going after the family, how they went after Christine Walmsley, giving her bad reviews, discrediting her. The same way they go after Ben Crump, trying to discredit him, or Al Sharpton, or anybody who tries to help out. They're suing media people, influencers, for defamation of character, for asking questions about what happened to these people's best friend. And it's just so sad. And it's like, in hearing that this autopsy is finally ready, you know they're getting ready to just go in on Nolan's character. And I don't believe for a second that he was a drug addict, that did drugs, that was a heavy alcohol drinker. You saw the Coast Guard already said he had heavy alcohol intake when they don't even have the toxicology report. So stay aware of this and be knowledgeable of what they're trying to do, and why are they trying to do it. Ask yourself that. Why would his friends even go on Officer Ray Spadum Tatum's podcast? And why would Officer Ray Spadum Tatum try to destroy the parents' character? Why wouldn't he be having emotional feelings for the parents and what they're going through? And why wouldn't Tate Reeves, the governor, be having emotional feelings for this? And the answer is, I think you know what it is. But it's just very sad to me, because this doesn't happen to white people. They give him the benefit of the doubt. They say, oh, he was an A student. He was such a good kid, had such a bright future. You don't really hear anybody say that. And I'm sure what we're going to hear is, oh, none of the other kids. No, we didn't do it, but Nolan, we tried to stop him. And I'm usually a pretty positive person, but I think as Americans, we need to be ready for an outcome we don't all want. And if that happens, we need to all be ready to take to the streets, to protest. We need 1 million woman and man Nolan Xavier Wells march, regardless of what happens. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world.
Where am I at? Host only. Boom. Okay. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Salute the young dreads. That's what she said in the building. Charlie Hustle, I see you. Listen, hey, over on the good YouTube. Jakari, I see you. Come on over to YouTube. Hey, Mike, what's up, twin? What's up, Miguel? Yeah, I'm over on the good YouTube. He said, I saw you on Queen's Flip on his reality show, Flip the House. You was chained to a girl who was laughing at in the bed. Yeah, it's content, Slim. It's content. It's content, family. Yeah. It's a bunch of bullshiggery, but you know what I'm saying? We be having that and having fun, or whatever the case may be. Shout out to my longtime friend from the Sandbox and family, twin. I talked about him before in the situation with his twin brother here on the Good Morning Gang. Shortly. Hey, Mike, get at me with that schedule. We supposed to do that interview too. Don't forget we supposed to do that interview, or whatever the case may be. But I'll be around like ties. Anywho, speaking of which, what Secret Service Sam said was so profound, and so profound in the fact that when it comes to things that happen in white deaths and some other races or whatever the case may be, it don't be a lot of the same questions. It don't be a lot of the same backlash. It don't be a lot of the same hate when it comes to the family members crying out for justice or crying out for results or crying out to know exactly what the hell has been going on. It's mostly when it's us. It's mostly when it's us that these things pop up or whatever the case may be. All of a sudden, we become the criminals. We become the wrong individuals. We become the evil ones because we want to know what the figgity is going on. What the figgity is going on. That's one of the reasons why I named this episode Faker Than a $3 Bill, because it's the audacity to think that my life is less than yours, or that my life ain't worth the same as yours, or my children shouldn't have the same privileges and opportunities as yours, and that if something happens to them, a family member, a loved one, or whatever the case may be, that I shouldn't know exactly what the figgity happened. Rashard Houston, the home team, was goody like the mob, or whatever the case may be. I want you to check out this next clip real quick, and then I'm gonna keep going, huh? You think I should do a Breakfast Club like show? Shout out to that. Shout out
and
to
always remember this: a motherfucker gonna support you all the way up until they be like, "Oh shit, she might actually do something. Oh shit, she making it happen. Oh shit, her dreams coming true. Oh shit, everything she working on is actually falling through." And when shit start working out, people start getting weird and disappearing and shit. But it's cool, baby. I'm a win regardless.
I meant to play that later. I meant to play it later. That was not the clip I wanted to show. But even still, God works how he works, and everything happens for a reason. That's a fact. What that young lady said is a fact de mundo. Fact de mundo that is. People will say, yeah, Phil, yeah, Big Phil, yeah, Big Phil, until it start to come to fruition, and then they start getting quiet. Then they start getting divisive. Then they start getting subversive. Then they start whispering and chatting. Who the hell do you think he is? That Batman, no. Yeah, that nigga gonna fail. That nigga gonna, y'all watch his morning show. Don't be watching that morning show. It don't be about nothing. He be just over there running his mouth. He don't know nothing. He ain't outside. Phil ain't like that. He just a big old fella. But I really like him though. But I just can't be, I just can't be real with myself. All the things. It be the things. It be the things. That's why I don't tell a lot about what I do have planned. I don't talk a lot about it. I say some things, or I leave hints, or I leave breadcrumbs, or whatever the case may be. But I don't say a whole lot because a lot of people be faking like a $3 bill. You hear me? A lot of folks be faking like a $3 bill. And some of them act like they want to see you win, but in actuality, they don't want to see you win. They just want to look at you and see you, and to see you stumble, see you fall, just to have a joke to say, to have something to say, to make their day feel better, to make them feel more important in their own miserable world. Huh? They'll look at you like, who does Big Phil think he is? Huh? Who does Big Phil think he is? To step out on faith and do something. Who the hell Big Phil think he is to put on his own show, on his own YouTube channel and other platforms? Who does he think he is to get the little layouts and all the things or whatever the case may be? Who does he think he is, huh? Who he think he, Arsenio Hall or whatever? Or Arsenio Big and not small? Who does he think he is, huh? Who do you think he Joe Budden or something? Big Button? Pause. No Diddy. Who do you think he is? Charlemagne the Gizzard? Who does Big Phil think he is? He ain't nobody. What I am is me. 24/7, 365 of them days, huh? And sometimes the movements that you do, the things you do, whether they're subtle or right out in your face, people can't stand it. Huh? Just like some people got an issue with this. Some people got an issue with this. And some people just can't stand it. Can't stand it. And it's a miserable thing. It's an unfortunate thing, but it's a miserable thing. I know it was something that I forgot to upload. Boom. I knew it was something. Boom. Just be mindful. Just be mindful of the things and the people who act like well wishers, because some of the people that wish you well are not really wishing you well. It's like the person that shake your hand, but the other hand behind their back is tensed up, or as soon as you turn your back, they're giving you ugly, evil looks, or whatever the case may be. Be mindful. What's goody like the mob? A little for sure. I see you in the building. Salute. Do we think he's Martin? Yeah, do we think he's Martin? Not realizing Martin's from my area. So a lot of the mannerisms you've seen Martin do is regular for people from my area. Certain sayings, slangs, and twang in which we speak, or whatever the case may be, certain jokes and all that, and certain, attributes come from from DC and the DC area. Right out of DC in Maryland, right out of DC in the Virginia side, from what some call the DMV, but really extends and stems from Washington, D.C. And I'm definitely from Washington, D.C. I'm just an uptown fella that know how to, I'm talking about, do what I do. You feel me? Angie, what's goody like the mob? I see you. Good morning, good morning. Let me make sure I got everything in order. No wonder I had started speaking out on the wrong topic. Out of turn and out of Lizine. Hold up. But me speaking about this, everything happens for a reason. The fact that I played that girl's video now instead of later is leading me into the next video clip, or whatever the case may be. And this won't be an accident. This will be a reality, or whatever the case may be. This young brother needs to be celebrated through adversity, through people hating on him, through people acting faker than a $3 bill. He's still accomplishing his goals, walking towards his purpose. And it's going to be people such as the people he talking about that's going to leave you alone, that's going to turn their back on you, that's not going to see your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, that's going to have something to say, those that's going to want to lay hands on you, those that's going to want to back talk bullshittery about you. But in the midst of it all, you got to persevere and keep going and keep pushing and make it do what it do. Y'all check this out real quick, would y'all?
And to my mom, who kicked me out when I was 16 and had nowhere to go, I'm entering my first day of nursing school. To all those people who treated me like a prisoner instead of a troubled kid in those group homes, I'm entering my first day of nursing school. To all my family members who closed their doors on me when I needed them, I'm entering my first day of nursing school. Now what's up?
He said, now what's up, Slim? Now what's up? That's the energy you should have when it comes to your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, that no matter what somebody got to say negatively, because you've been given the vision of your own accord, or if it was a God-given vision, other people may or may not see it. Other people may and may not see it. But it's imperative and it's important that no matter if they see it or not, that you keep pushing and walking towards your purpose, towards your goals, towards your dreams, and to work adamantly to surround yourself with people that will really wholeheartedly support your dream or your vision, no matter if they see it clearly. No matter if they see it clearly, no matter if they see what you're going through or what you're trying to accomplish or whatever the case may be, but they see something on you or they see something in you and they say, you know what? It's something about that teddy bear / grizzly bear / silverback gorilla known as Big Phil Speaks. And I'm a rock with him. You feel me? Peeps Game, that's the wrong show. That question's for the wrong show, Peeps Game. For the wrong show. Bring that question back up on Field of Love Friday. But yeah, it's imperative that you keep pushing. It's imperative that you keep going through the obstacles, jumping over hurdles, moving around stumbling blocks. Go under things that are over your head. Move around like tires. and keep it pushing so that you can accomplish your goals. Because guess what? You are you are your worst enemy. You are your worst enemy. Everything that people do and say outside of you ain't really about nothing. Yeah, people can work in concerted effort to try to destroy you, blackball you, dismiss you, talk down on you, try to destroy your dreams, and the power of the tongue. Pause, no diddy. Words have power. So when people congregate and talk about you too, there's a power in that, but it's up to you to rebuke that power and don't even worry about it and keep focused or whatever the case may be. Because is a lot of wicked individuals, those seen and unseen, those known and the ones you don't know, the ones that smile in your face, as well as the ones that jeer and mean mug in your face. It be all the same, huh? It be the worst be the ones that smile in your face the whole time. They want to take your place, the backstabbers, or they don't want to take your place, but they don't want you in a place, huh? They don't want you in a place. Right, Jacard. Pause. No diddy. You feel me? That's right. That's right, young man. Step out on faith and show the naysayers who you really are. Let them see you shine. That part, sexy sugar mama, that part. And that's the point and purpose of all these things. We have so much facing us on a day-to-day basis. As men, as women of our color, or whatever the case may be, just to go outside our homes and to go to the store, to go on a date, to go walking, to do anything. There's so many forces and things, energies, spirits, people that are lying in wait, whether purposely doing so or subconsciously doing so, being used by the enemy to set up a front against your progression, against you realizing your purpose or living it out. Thus, a lot of the things that we see online, a lot of the things, the Nolan Wells case, the Carmelo Anthony case, the Cyrus Carmack Belton case, a lot of these cases and things that are going on are not by happenstance, not in the least bit. Not in the least bit. I'm going to play this video. This is the video I meant to play earlier, but I'm going to play it real quick, so you can see what it is I'm talking about. When I'm talking about, you feel me? Y'all have at it, huh?
A 6-year-old girl was found hanging in Polk County, Florida last week with a chair next to her. None of this is making mainstream media. People are posting about it on socials because they live in the areas where these things are happening. The media is not going to pick it up. No, they're not. But since Nolan Wells' death, there has been several lynchings of women in these last few weeks. He who deems it a suicide is complicit. Like I have said in earlier posts, the police have been busy. They close cases immediately, no investigations, quick to say it's a suicide. Now, had this been a little 6-year-old blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl hanging from a tree, this would have been worldwide news. But this is America. Everyone always says, well, who do we go after? We don't know who to go after. He who deems it a suicide is complicit.
Listen, we got to understand it's a lot. It's a lot that's out here that means to do us harm. But it's a lot at our disposal, excuse me, that to combat all that is up to us to utilize the things, the tools the things that we had to rely on in times past when we were truly a community. There's a lot there. That was another thing. That's another thing. Peasy, what's goody like the mob? Push, if you're watching, or anybody else, I need more. I need more context. I need more insight into that case, because that's a sad situation, huh? 6 years old. How many 6 years old? I don't care if somebody's picking with them. I don't care if it's, all the things or whatever the case may be. Jokes being said about the little child. How many 6-year-olds know anything about putting a rope around their neck or anything of that nature to think about doing something like that? How many 6-year-olds do you know that would have been capable of pulling that off mentally? Mike 313, what up though? What's goody like the mob? How many 6-year-olds do you know? Do you know that will one have the mental wherewithal, the internal strength and fortitude, or weakness, depending on how you look at it, to go and hang themselves? It don't make sense to me. It definitely peep scheme. That's heart-wrenching. God bless her parents. It's devastating. Sorry, that sounds staged to me. Right. That's the point I'm making, sexy sugar mama. Ain't no way in hell. Sorry about that. My unofficial assistant was hitting me from the back, so I had to respond, or whatever the case may be. Cut the TV off. Kids have vivid imaginations. Yeah, but what are they watching that a 6-year-old, Mike 313, a 6-year-old would want to unalive themselves in such a fashion? It don't make too much sense to me. Yes, children are smart. Yes, children pay attention to things that they see. But what they watching? What could that 6-year-old watch that would give influence, give encouragement, give false sense of inspiration to want to, even if they are saddened, even if they're depressed by maybe people picking on them, bullying, or any of the things, to utilize that way as an out in this day and time? Pause, no diddy. Make it make sense. Yes, Mike 313, YouTube is there. Yes. There's imagery, there's video footage and all those things. But how many 6-year-olds? 6 years old. We ain't talking about 10. We ain't talking about 12. We ain't talking about 14. We not talking about 17. We're not talking about 18 to 21 or whatever the case may be. How many 6-year-olds gonna go looking, one, for how to unalive yourself, two, to look for how to string yourself up? It don't make sense. It don't make no sense at all. That's why I need more context as to what's going on in that case. For those watching and tapping in and tuning in from other platforms, whether it's IG, whether it's X, formerly known as the Twitters, whether it's Twitch, whether it's Kick, whether it's Facebook, make sure you come on over here to the good YouTube and like this situation if you would. Subscribe to the channel. It don't cost you Nathan but a few moments of your time. Dog 571 over on IG said a 6-year-old mindset wouldn't be on hanging themselves at all. That had to be a grown up that did that seriously. That's a factamundo. I have 4, 7, 9, 11, 15, 16, 18. You got as many, just about as many as I got. Matter of fact, you do got as many as I got. Mike 313. God damn it. Are very intelligent. They know way more. Of course. Now, of course. Because I myself was smarter than the average back when I was a child. I used to sit around and listen to the adults talk till they realized that I understood what they were saying. Then they started trying to speak and spell out words till they realized they didn't think I knew what they were saying. The whole time I knew what they saying. And then when they called me out on it and I proved that I knew exactly what words they were saying, that's when they would say, oh, it's time for this little smart ass, little badass little nugget to lead the room. Get on up out of there, or whatever the case may be. But 6, nah, they ain't do that. That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. No, I don't take it from any child that they might be smart or have intelligence beyond what we as parents might think that they have in the moment. But ain't no average 6-year-old looking up how to unalive thyself. Push that to the side. How to string yourself up. None of those things. None of those things. And we haven't heard about it. We haven't heard about it. So they basically, one, either there's no media coverage, or 2, they trying to sweep it under the rug. And this is Florida. Push! Louis V. We need some context to this. We need some context to this. We definitely do. Because we living in a sad state of things. The internet is the best and worst invention of all time. That's a fact of mundo. Frank Murphy, the uptown homie, DC Mumbo Sauce. What's goody like the mob? Unfortunately, there are people in places online where they would influence that. It's sad. And as a parent, you have to be extra vigilant. That part too. You have to check them kids' phones, tablets, all devices. That's a fact of mundo. That's why my kids didn't get their first cell phones till they was 13. That's why the 3 that I had custody of were 2, because their mother was being pressed and got him his, my son his, when he was 12 and a half, whatever. And I took that from time to time. But however, 13 years old, because I felt like I wanted them to learn some things before they got caught off in everything that the phone was and that the internet is and all the things. Yes, I had computers and things around my house. Yes, they could get online, but I monitored the things that they did. Because as much as these internet streets can be a blessing, these internet streets can be a curse as well. Just like the real world offers opportunity, the real world can offer up your demise as well. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. Got you. City to city. Ooh wee. No lie, Phil, even though I don't trust it, but them children have a lot to find every day today, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Not only as parents do we have to be ever vigilant, as people, as a community, no matter how splintered, fractured, or broken as we may be, we have to get on the good foot. We have to keep our eyes open. We have to stay watching and listening. And though everything ain't about race, but then some things definitely are about race. Though everything ain't about racism, there's a lot going on that involves racism. And the problem is the powers that be of a certain race want to erase history, sweep it under the rug and act like it never happened. But support, give reparations to, acknowledge other cultures who've suffered through racism and bigotry and losses and the whole 9 yards. Now, given those other cultures and races that suffered it didn't suffer it so much on this soil. So I'm guessing the powers that be want to do away with the stain that's on our soil. But one thing for sure, 2 things for certain: if you ever owned a property or wherever the case may be, and there's been some hazardous material spill, though you try to sweep it off the surface or wipe the surface or mop the surface or disinfect the surface, some things seep into the soil. Some things seep into the ground and you can't just readily get rid of it. So is racism. So is all the things we see going on. So is the way they treating Christine Wansley, Nolan Wells' mom. How the hell people gonna have an issue with, white, black, or indifferent, have an issue with this mother or the father wanting to know exactly what happened to their baby, to their son? How the hell could anybody have an issue with a parent wanting to know exactly what happened to their baby and to not deal with people and their sneaky bull at BS and run arounds and not answering questions and trying to sweep stuff under the rug? Your boy's an avid swimmer. He drowned. And they're not saying he drowned in deep water either. There's no saying that he drowned in deep water. So how did he get in water deep enough to where he would be drowned? That's one. Two, all the lies and things to where everybody, they shut down their social medias, the individuals around and the parents ASAP like Rocky. That's two. The fact that there were so many people around, all these people, if he was on that island where there was a bunch of people, nobody saw nothing or heard nothing. The fact that he was more than likely on that vessel, on that ship with 6, 7 people. Y'all heard the call. Nobody saw nothing or nobody's brave enough to say something. Everybody's complicit in the cover up. I hope they all go to hell. I ain't got heaven and hell to put them in. And so we ain't supposed to judge people as such. But I hope they get to hell here on earth by way of judgment, by way of justice. Michelangelo, TKBS Nation, was goody like the mob. I see you. I believe it could have been some other older children who could have done it. Children are cruel and could have thought it would be funny to see what would happen if they. I would hate that, but yeah, it's sad, and some of that's rooted. Some of that's rooted in how they've been raised, the things they hear around the house, and things of that nature. Because who would think that would be cool? Yes, there's stories of older kids luring younger kids out in the woods and doing things and all that. It happens. But a lot of times that comes along racial lines too. But sometimes it don't be. Sometimes it be us doing us in. Pause. No diddy. Sometimes. I want y'all to listen to this pivotal, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I want y'all to listen to this poem. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I got the right information, because this right here is hella dope, and I want y'all to listen and listen good. This is by a young lady by the name of Sunset Monet. Sunset Monet. I want y'all to listen and watch this video by Sunset Monet. And tell me what y'all think about it, huh? Whoo.
Deep. You're black. Now tell me. You're black. Now tell me, what's the right reaction? Hands up, too threatening, hands down, too passive. Speak up, too angry, stay quiet, too complicit. Run, you're guilty, stand still, you're suspicious. Smile, you're performing, frown, you're intimidating. Tell me, what is the proper choreography for surviving inside of a skin that everybody keeps mistaking for a weapon? Tell me, because I spent my whole life auditioning for innocence in front of a jury that already mesmerized my verdict. Tell me, ain't that a hell of a thing? To be born and immediately become evidence. To inherit a body and spend your life trying to convince the world it belongs to you. My mother taught me how to say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, before she taught me how to say, I love you. Not because she loved authority, but because Black mothers know sometimes respect sounds a lot like survival. Sometimes survival sounds a lot like surrender. Sometimes surrender is exactly what we call it when a Black person is too exhausted to explain their humanity again and again and again and again. I'm tired. I'm tired of being told I'm too Black for some rooms and not Black enough for others. I'm tired of being othered in every room that I walk in. I'm too educated. I'm too loud. I'm too successful. I'm too articulate, as if intelligence is somehow trespassing, as if excellence requires a permission slip, as if every achievement must first survive an interrogation. Now tell me, how do you win in a game where the goalposts got legs? Being Black is exhausting, where history changes clothes but keeps the same intentions, where they love our rhythm but they fear our heartbeat, where they love our culture but they criminalize our condition, where they love our music but silence our mourning. They love our flavor but they choke on our truth. See, they love us best when we entertainment, when we dance, when we score, when we sing, when we make pain look profitable. But let a Black person become a mirror, and suddenly everybody got a problem with their reflection, because reflection is dangerous. Reflection asks questions. Reflection remembers names. Reflection does not let history slip away wearing a new suit. Reflection is staring back at you, and I know what some will say. Well, things are better now than they were back then, and maybe.
Man, listen. I saw that. I said, oh, that wasn't even in my repertoire of things that I wanted to present today. But when I saw that, I was like, that poem right there by Sunset Monet, y'all find her on these internet streets. Y'all support her. That poem right there, deep. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Listen, the frog, you're absolutely right. She said, don't wish bad on people, Philip. She said, Philip, allow the higher power to take care of their transgressions. And yeah, as a man, I could say, yeah, I apologize for even putting that in the atmosphere. But I am a man, and I am flawed, and I'm a human, and I do have feelings, and I am a father. And so I struggle with that, because Lord knows if something was like that was to happen to one of my babies, Lord knows where I would be willing to go with it. But that they would bound me and keep me from doing it. But that they would have me bound, somebody, friends, family, authorities, but that they would have me bound so I couldn't do something. I'd be in turmoil with myself, fighting against not doing something, because boy, ooh, sheesh. Sadly, children, but you're right, the frog, you're absolutely right. And I take accountability. I should have never put that in the atmosphere. Let the Creator make karma real for individuals. Sadly, children are taught hatred. They're not born that way. That's a fact. Children will love each other no matter the skin tone, no matter how fat, how skinny, how curly, how coarse the hair, how nappy the hair, how bald, how tall, how short. Kids will love each other through it all. You feel me? Appreciate y'all for the gifts. I do. K-Mo, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. Thank you for the follow, Maxwell. Oh, it seems like that's a bot. I'm not going to worry about that. Anyway, my thing is this. We come into this world where it seems like in 2026, weight that has supposedly been removed from us for many years has been pushed back on our back, proverbially and literally, and all the things spiritually. And there's a lot for us to deal with. To have to deal with that and the $3 bills that surround us on a day-to-day basis, whether it's virtually on these internet streets or in reality in this real world, on your job. sometimes in your own home, at the church, at the grocery store. It'd be the $3 bills, faking a fraud and sometimes part-time broad. It'd be the ones. It'd be the ones that's always looking and smiling in your face as soon as you out the room talking shiggity about you. It'd be the ones that sit in your face, playing in your face, pause. And y'all, you hear there's always some truth in jest. There's always some truth in jest, which leads me to this next clip that I want to play for you all, or whatever the case may be. It's in relation to what I'm speaking on, but it's also in relation to the Nolan Wells case as well. Be careful of those that smile in your face. Be careful of those you call friend. Be careful of those that act like they got your best intentions at heart. Be careful of those that you decide to get in relation or relationship with. You know, the boo-boo bun things, your brothers, your sisters, the people you call brothers and sisters. Hell, sometimes you got to be mindful of your own brothers and sisters. Cain and Abel. Y'all check this out and we're going to talk about it.
Everybody is not your friend. Stop putting your trust in people. The Bible warned us in Sirach 12:10 to never trust thine enemy. Our forefathers and foremothers would be rolling over in their graves, watching us trust the very people who oppressed and enslaved us. Just a different day. Same enemy with new tactics. Don't forget the lessons that history already taught us.
The professor wasn't ready for a black smart kid to write something so good. She still gave my niece a 0 on the paper. Racism is alive. Wow, that's deep. They about to talk about it on Don Lemon Broadcast at 10 this morning. Good morning, Lady D. Jones. What's good? Someone say, what the hell, Sirach, as in the drink? Sirach 12:10. It's a book. It's a book. Is a chapter of the Bible, or book in the Bible. Let me say that are in older versions of the Bible. You won't find it in your King James version and things of that nature. And the verse itself actually says, never trust your enemy, for like the rusting of copper, so is his wickedness. Woo! Never trust your enemy, for like the rusting of copper, so is his wickedness. I didn't look up. Is another scripture that says, put no trust in man, or whatever the case may be. And I'm paraphrasing on the second one or whatever, but you got to be mindful and understand that men are flawed, women are flawed. Men are flawed, women are flawed. Some people lie purposely, some people lie by circumstance, some people lie by happenstance, some lie on accident, subconsciously. So it is with all the other attributes as well. Some people do it outright. Some people are outright wicked. Some people got a spirit on them and in them and don't even realize that it exists because they're too inundated. Some people know that they jealous or envious. Some don't even know it because they didn't put the wool over their own eyes, or they're afraid to look in their own mirrors to see who they are. Some people covet what you got, whether it be money, whether it be possessions, whether it be the woman or man you're with, whether it be the accolades you receive, the likes, the shine, the applause, the acknowledgement. Some people hate that. Some people outwardly do it, and some people are so miserable, got that spirit of miserableness on them and in them that they don't even realize that they really doing it. And we definitely we got to pay attention to that. We got to pay attention to that. This old clip that I'm about to pull up is Denzel Washington. Shout out to Denzel Washington, talking about Malcolm X and something that he stood for. That's in relation to everything that I'm talking about. People being faker than a $3 bill. People hating on you. People trying to do away with us as a people with these heinous acts of hanging, lynching, and all the other way, the brutality from police and private citizens that stems in racism or whatever the case may be. Y'all listen to this, huh?
If someone is putting a rope around your neck to hang you, and you fight this man to get the rope from around your neck, who's violent? The one that's putting the rope around your neck or the one that's fighting to get the rope off of your neck? I mean, anyone would fight in that situation. So he was just saying, get the rope off your neck, you know, by any means necessary.
Hello. 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 That sentiment is one of those things that Martin Luther King woke up to along his journey. That mentality, that sentiment, the realization of things around you are one of the things that Martin Luther King himself woke up to or really realized or opened his eyes to or got tired, really tired near the latter part of his life and journey, which made him even more dangerous to the outside and other people. Some people just look at you and respond to you according to the melanin of your skin and choose to believe you can't do what you do or can't be who you say you are. Or sexy sugar mama, I'm gonna take it even further. Or they don't have the balls, the audacity, the courage, the oomph, the go-getterism to attempt to do anything that you might be positively trying to do. Or negatively for that matter, but more importantly, positively that you're trying to do. Some don't have it in them, so they hate the fact that you got the courage, the oomph, the gumption to do it or to attempt it. Who is he? Who is she? Who do they think they are? Huh? The audacity of it all. To think that they have the capabilities or think that they're better than us to attempt to do a thing. Then the worst ones is the ones that want to align or get close to you. Faking like they support you. Faking like they're in your corner. Faking like. But the whole time they really getting close so they can see how they can unravel your situation or see how they could usurp what it is you got in you, on you, not realizing some things you got to be born with or you learn along the way. But you can't take what's in somebody's brain lest you take their life, and then in that case, whatever's in their brain goes to the grave with them. That's why they're afraid of the beautiful skin we're in. The beautiful skin, the brilliant minds, the ability to adapt and overcome and to succeed no matter what we're placed in. The problem is a lot of times we don't see it for ourselves. We don't see it for ourselves. To realize, though they're trying to put us in chains or put us back in chains or put us back in bondage or put us back in slavery-like conditions, that it's spiritual. It's mental more than it is physical. And we allow it. We allow it because we don't see each other. We don't see each other or the strength in each other. We don't see the strength in each other. And a house divided soon falls. How dare we be born in so many beautiful shades and they try their hardest to damn near kill themselves, to be like us and look like us. That's what I'm talking about, peep scheme. It's invisible chains. Aha. Aha. And anybody anybody that's listening that's of any other race or any other culture, this is not an anti-you. These are not anti-you sentiments. This is not an anti-you rant, soliloquy, essay, diatribe, monologue. This is more of a coming of age, coming to a reality, speaking to my household, my people, my community, or whatever the case may be. So I don't want nobody of any other race, culture, or creed to feel like Phil is racist or Phil is anti us. No, I'm not. Because there's good and bad people in all races and cultures. Let's be clear. Just because my people share my skin tone or darker doesn't mean that they align with the positive things or purpose or the same mindset. You know the saying, all kinfolk ain't skin folk, and that's the same for above and beyond your race, but even in your family. You know you don't get along with all your family because they be on, some of them got their bullshittery with them. You love them, but you love them way over there. And some you don't love. You be like, if I don't never see them again, I'm good. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody else that's watching this to think, Phil's on some anti this. I'm on anti-hate. I'm on anti the bullshittery. I'm on anti-brutality. I'm on anti-pedo stuff. I'm on anti-DV stuff. I'm on anti the further destruction of our community. Speaking of which, side note, I'm preparing something that's going to be real pivotal. And I'm not talking about the city pull-up. I'll talk about that later. But I'm preparing something that's going to be real pivotal for any entrepreneur, any artist, singer, or rapper, anybody that's got a business, anybody got a product or a service, anybody that's trying to market or promote something or themselves or whatever the case may be, to be able to do it, as well as to raise awareness to things like missing people, to raise awareness for things like the case of the little 6-year-old girl that I'm talking about, to help garner more attention for it in moments or whatever the case may be, in both local and regional and on a national and in some cases international level, and doing it from a community base. Y'all stay tuned for that. I'm not going to say too much because some people watching and listening, sitting there with their notepads. One, to talk bad on it. Two, to put their negative thoughts on it, but the other one, the next number is for those that want to copy and mimic and try to get the ball rolling before I get it done or whatever the case may be. But little do they know it's already in motion. And what God got for me is for me. Understand that. What God got for me is for me. Just like what God got for you is for you. True indeed, some of us hate on each other because of the same reasons, because they're taught to hate themselves. Ooh, that part. So true, Phil. You don't want to be associated with even you do share the same bloodline. That's a factamundo. In Jamaica, if you don't pay, you can't go on the sea. And now them privatize the rivers. Oh, wow, really? CBS, you behind the City Hall. Aha! Things that make you go, Hard drive, Kev, sac passe, tout bagay en forme, huh? Come on over to the good YouTube. Listen, in the things that I say, the things that I talk about, whether it be in the doing, in the acknowledging, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, in the relaying, the fact that I'm doing this show and the other shows that I do, the content that I will be putting on my platform, on Flip the Network, TKBS Nation, or any other platform that y'all have seen me on or will see me on, or whatever the case may be, doesn't make me no better than nobody else. Doesn't make me no better than nobody else. I am but a man, but I am a man, and I am that I am. Meaning, I'm me at all times, but I'm just like you. I'm just like every man and woman that's in this room or listening right now from other platforms. I'm just like you. I fall, I stumble, I bullshit, I procrastinate, I try, I succeed, I fail, I win, I lose, I love, I lose. I'm just like every one of you in this room. And at no time do I despise anything that any man or woman is doing if it's good. If it's evil, then yeah, I got a problem with it. Or I might not like it, or I'm not rocking with it, or I'm not supporting it, or I'm not condoning it. But anything positive, whether it be somebody's dream, passion, or purpose, I'm supporting it either, whether it be mentally, whether it be verbally, whether it be financially, whether it be my presence or involvement and help. Because again, I say it all the time. I want us all to win. I want us all to win. I can't say the same for everybody else. But as for me, I want us all to win. And I know it takes a village to more than just raise children. It takes a village or a team or the proper people that you're networking with, friend base, family base, associate base, partner base, as far as business wise, to be ultimately successful. No matter how much wherewithal you have within, you still need people around you to pray for you, to support you, to align mentally with you. Again, even if they don't fully see your vision or understand where it is quite that you're going, they see enough in you and on you that they're going to grab your hand and walk with you. Or if they don't grab your hand, they're going to walk side by side with you, or they're going to walk behind you, pause to make sure that they can watch your back. That part, peep scheme. That part. Peep scheme, ain't nobody white. You silly. My thing is this: we be so divided amongst ourselves. And when I say amongst ourselves, I'm going further than talking about amongst us as a people. I'm talking about amongst ourselves as individuals. The person you look in the mirror when you brushing your stank ass tongue and teeth in the morning and washing their face. If you wash your face, you be so divided within yourself that you don't realize the energies, the spirits and demons and things that you done ingested by way of watching, viewing, listening, speaking, things in and on your life and on other people's lives, or whatever the case may be. Creole Cupcake, good morning to ye. Some people are so divided within themselves, they don't even recognize themselves enough to realize what's going on with them. Shout out to those that realize their vices, their flaws and things, and are working and have worked towards bettering themselves. But to be the ones that's stuck on stupid or stupid enough or ignorant enough or naive enough to think there's nothing wrong with them. When we all got flaws, we all got issues, we all got things, something about us that we could do better, that we could remove from our lives, that we could change. It's a lot of us. Most of us, all of us, unless you superhuman, unless you Jesus Christ, the second coming, unless you God himself. Unless you are, we all flawed. We all got issues. I could act better. I could talk better, speak better. I could think more, think better. I could present better. I could react better. I could love better. I could respond better. I could do better. I could do more, learn more. I'm speaking about me now. I'm speaking about me. 20 bandana, whoop. But I'm also hopefully speaking into you. But I'm speaking about me. All the things. I'm not perfect by no way, shape, form, or sense of the word. I'm not. Sometimes I close off. But sometimes it's necessary for me to think. Sometimes it's necessary for me to calm down. Sometimes it's necessary for me not to deal with other people, but to deal with me in the situation so that either I respond correctly or respond better or don't blow my handle or don't. Sometimes I go to my corner to woosah, and that's me knowing me. That's me knowing me. And sometimes I get it right and sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. But at least I'm man enough to realize that even in my flaws and my shortcomings, that they are flaws and shortcomings, and willing to acknowledge, take accountability, and change what I can change. And what I can't change, to have a peace of mind to just keep pushing forward and let God do the work where he can, where I allow him to, rather. Not where he can, where I allow him to. Because that's the thing, God could do all things in you, but you got to allow him to do it. Because he don't violate your will. You feel me? So if you ain't got the will for him to do it, and the open door for him to do it, it ain't going to get done. This is the type of topic you should have on TikTok so others can contribute. Thank you, the frog. I know I've been neglecting my TikTok. I've been neglecting it. Tone, what's goody like the mob, bruh? Fruit flavors, I see you. Come on over to the good YouTube if you would. Protect all the children from everything wrong. That's a fact. Find our missing, protect our children. That's a fact. Somebody asked me, Phil, what did somebody piss you off this morning? Phil, but I know, right? Did somebody piss you off? No, nothing in particular, but a whole lot in general, if that makes sense. Nothing in particular, nobody in particular, but a whole lot in general. I'm tired of hearing the stories of a 6-year-old. I'm tired of hearing the story of a 17-year-old. Hell, I'm tired of hearing that anybody's getting lynched or hung up anywhere. I'm tired of hearing the police unaliving individuals for no good reason other than either racist or they fearful. And they shouldn't be on the damn job in the first place. I'm tired of hearing all the men versus women bullshit that keep us divided in our homes, in our relationships, in our marriages, as opposed to more of it being, what can we do to bring the glue back together, or keep marriages together, or keep people loving each other. I'm getting tired of the backbiting. I'm getting tired of the speaking out all sides of people's face. I'm getting tired of the two-face and the three-face-isms of people. I'm tired of the $3 bills that got legs, got paws, mouthpieces. Both celebrities down to the average Joe and Joannas. That's a fact. Every day is something. I'm tired of the people that are tired of me for no reason. If I got an issue with you, cool. If I did something to you, cool. If we had a disagreement or fallout or fight or whatever the case may be, cool. I get it. But it be the ones that you ain't never had no issue with, and they despising you or the things you do. If you really like me, say so. If you really admire me, say so. If you really want to know the things that I do know, say so. But if you hating on me, if you despising me, if you find an issue, flaw, or fault with me for no reason relating to you, then that's an internal problem with you. That's an internal problem with you, not with me, with you. And I'm talking to any and every male and female that's walking this earth, past, present, or future, in regards to me first, but any of you all too, because it can be applied to your life. Because there's always somebody that's not going to like you just because you either remind them of somebody, or you look like something, or you doing something, or you built like something, or your pocket, you got either class, clout, financial wherewithal, or the lack thereof. The lack thereof. People keep saying we got a president that would never bring things like that to the forefront. That's a fact of mundo, and that's the saddest part about it. It's a problem when our leaders won't lead properly. It's a problem when our leaders won't lead properly. And I always say it, and I mean it. And I learned this from my studies. The best leader is the one that's the best servant. Meaning willing to serve the people that in which he or she has been tasked to lead. And if you're not willing to be of service to your people, or to a cause, or to a thing, then you ain't a great leader, and you shouldn't be applauded as such, nor looked at as such, nor revered as such. what I was talking about earlier, don't put no faith in man, because we all flawed. I didn't intend to fully go in this route that I'm going, or whatever the case may be, but everything happens for a reason. Even in making the screen, the thumbnail, or whatever the case may be. Even in making this thumbnail, I knew where I wanted to go with it. I knew what I wanted to talk about and discuss. But God got a way of, if you walk it, he gonna direct your path, order your steps. So listen, I for a long time have ran from my purpose. I for a long time have run from my purpose. I have for a long time looked past some of my talents, my gifts and anointings. Even up until the day I cheapened some of the things that I know I can do. Sometimes I do still suppress some of the abilities that I do have. Sometimes I play less than. Sometimes I play sheep until I decide to raise up like a lion or the silverback gorilla that I am. Sometimes I play the backgrounds, but I do that on purpose so I can see everything moving. I'm always observing and paying attention. I don't always get it right. I'm not perfect. I don't always handle what I'm seeing or processing the way that I should. I have my moments where I blurt out or go off or whatever the case may be. But I'm generally on a walk and a goal of being a better me. I feel good. I'm losing a little weight, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, because I was good at my biggest. Back when some of y'all met and saw me at Flip Live show, I was at my biggest right about then. I was good then. I was Big Phil then. Why? Because I was Big Phil before the weight, the quadruple entendre. I was Big Phil before the weight, quadruple entendre. So even as I lose the weight or whatever the case may be, I'm still me. Meaning what's on me and in me, can't nobody take that from me, shame me for it, remove me from it. Lest I was to lose this life, God forbid. And I feel like I'm in my prime, or second prime, that is, and that I got a lot left. A lot left. I ain't had no damn 10X shirt on, peepski. I wasn't never that damn big. Good God Almighty. But what the point I'm making is this: it don't matter what people think about you. It's about what you think about yourself. It don't matter what negative thing, connotation, thought process, assumption, speculation people got on you. It's what you feel about yourself. And to be honest, my goal is to not only improve me, but hopefully reach somebody so that they can reach somebody, so that they can reach somebody, so that we as a community, we as a people can be made whole within ourselves, not waiting on some other culture, race, law, reparation, or restoration for them to make us whole, so that we feel whole within ourselves and are made whole amongst ourselves, or whatever the case may be. And in doing so, you got to prune the tree. You got to shake the tree. You got to trim some leaves off a branch. You got to remove yourself from this, that, and the third. You got to remove some things from your thinking. Change some of the ways you speak without losing yourself. All in the hopes of bettering yourself. All in the hopes of being a better man or a better woman in your own personal lives. Whether it be just as an individual, whether it be as a parent, whether it be as a brother, sister, daughter, son, cousin, whatever, grandchild, business partner, spouse, whatever the case may be, just to be better people. This world got enough $3 bills. You ain't got to join the list. Again, this world got enough $3 bills in it. We don't need for you to join the list or be a part of the masses when it come to that. Amsterdam, what's goody like the mob? Well, Pastor Filbert put together the biggest GMG barbecue. Let's do the It's coming. It's coming. It sounds funny, but it's coming. It's coming. Creo said, I can only control my own actions. I personally don't know these people. Some I've only met once, and I can count them on one hand. Meeting someone one time don't mean you know them. F what they think. That's a factamundo. That's a factamundo. Said couple people putting the spaces of $3 Indians. Oh, what? Peepskin, shut your ass. He said $3 Indians is crazy. The point of it all, and I know y'all like, damn, Phil, it's Friday, Phil. It's Friday. Oh, thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. I do. The point of everything that I'm saying is, listen, even with the title, even with the thumbnail, even with the subject matter of what I'm talking about, there's a lot going on around us, right? That's meant to do us harm, that's meant to do us a disservice, to tear us down, to destroy us, or whatever the case may be, from the outside in and from the inside in. It's about what we're going to do about it. It's about how we carry it and manage the thought of it and the realization of everything going on. What you gonna do about it, huh? CLBCNY, what's goody like the mob, huh? What you gonna do about it? You know who Peep Scheme is, Creo? Let me find out. Rich Hart was goody like the mob. Who's fake? A whole lot of individuals. Rich Hart, a whole lot of people. You ain't got to look too far. You can look probably down your street and see some fake people. You can look around your city and town and see some fake people. You damn sure can look all throughout these internet streets and see a whole lot of fraud and faking ass individuals from the top echelon of celebrities down to your average influencer, down to the average person just coming on the internet to be entertained. It's a whole lot of fakeness going on. Tomorrow, who's fake? A whole lot of people. You feel me? Yes, I know for a fact my former coworker was jealous of me because of my body and how curvy I am. She would always make comments on the sly. And look, Connie Baptiste, let her hate. Let her, I don't know if she was the same race or of another race, but whatever the case may be, let her hate, huh? Let her hate while you accentuate. You know what I'm talking about? What God blessed you with is what he blessed you with. Whatever they don't got, they weren't meant to have that. You feel me? You feel me? And that be the thing. Some people be so covetous and envious of what you got, not realizing sometimes that come with bullshit too. Because understand, let me speak, because ladies, some of y'all are very curvaceous. Y'all got the tatas, little waist, nice old bawa ones. Some of y'all got a little fupa. Some of y'all got a whole lot of fupa. It don't matter. But the attention, a lot of the attention you got by having such things ain't always the most positive. Sometimes you don't attract the most positive men that might be interested. So other people looking at you like, damn, I wish I had a body like that. Don't realizing that it's a blessing and a curse. Like, yeah, you get some good attention and you get looks and you get all the things and it look good on picture and look good in outfits, but you also garner and attract weirdos, perverts, evil individuals too. They got a sick, depraved heart. So people that look into people and look at people like that, they need to check themselves because they don't know all the things that come with the bullshittery or come with the blessings that you have or whatever the case may be. That's why I don't never covet or want what somebody else got. Like somebody might got on a pair of shoes and I'm like, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna go get that. But I ain't never hating on them because I don't have it. Somebody might got knowledge or information that I might want to learn. I'll sit and listen and pick up on it or ask directly to be taught. I'm not going to sit there and hate on the fact that they know how to do something or have certain abilities. I'm not going to hate on somebody because they show got more followers, views, or supporters than mine. I'm going to pay attention and look and see, okay, what can I utilize or glean or learn from what they're doing and put it into my own situation to make it still keep it authentically me, but to build and expand my situation. That's where I'm at. I'm not in no way, shape, or form jealous of nobody. I don't care if you was a 9-figure nigga. Down to if you ain't got a penny to rub together. I'm not jealous or envious of nobody. And I think some of us need to have that mindset. She was jealous because she's a flatback. Ain't nothing wrong with the faux pas. Little people can say ain't nothing wrong with the le faux pas. I'm just saying, listen. At the end of the day, right? There's a lot that we're soaking up, that we're listening to, we're watching. A lot of news sources, a lot of people reporting, a lot of journalists, a lot of meteorologists. Shout out to Queens Flip. A lot of platforms, a lot of podcasts, a lot of things that are coming across social media outlets and airwaves and TV and all the things. So we're being heavily inundated with a whole lot. And it can make your heart heavy, it make your mind heavy. You got to balance that out with positivity. You got to balance that out with feeding your vision, your ears, and your soul positive information. Things that are going to expand your wherewithal mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and the like. They're feeding us fabricated food in some instances. They're feeding us garbage in the food in some instances. They're putting some garbage in some of our medications in some instances. And it can be overwhelming to take in and take up. I could tell you this morning while I was researching other topics or other things to present for the morning show or whatever the case may be, while on line with support, certain things I wasn't saying, I was just looking, and it was almost like my algorithm just reading into the algorithm of IG was reading into my brain, because certain things that were popping up along my timeline, I was like, damn. I said, somebody trying to tell me something. Somebody trying to tell me something this morning. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, while you thankful upon this Friday, be thankful that you can still breathe, open your eyes, able to hear, able to speak, able to pause, fellas, kiss on your boo-boo bun thing, if you have one. Able to work to accomplish the things, the goals, the aspirations that you do have. Thankful to have one more day to try to make it better than the last. Thankful that you are amongst the living to be able to say that you're alive, which some can't do that or aren't able to do that, whether it's because of something somebody else did or from their own demise. Damn, that was like a ball right there. That rhymed. Didn't mean for it to, but anyway, I got a lot coming up, ladies and gentlemen. A lot coming up. A lot of things. Of course, I've talked about the city-to-city pull-up or whatever the case may be. Why is this not showing up the way that it should? Why I'm not seeing it? Hold on, let me see. City to city. Hold on, that's weird. That's weird, hold on. Something in the water is correct. Why is that thing not, hold on. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Come on. City to city. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to show some love and support to me, the channel, the movement, the GMG movement, and all the shows that I'm putting on thus far and the things that I got coming up, you can send a coffee or 10 right there. Buy me a coffee, that QR code right there on the left. You could PayPal me at the middle QR code. You could Zelle me at the last QR code, or you could Apple Pay me at that email address and or use that same email address for Zelle as well, or whatever the case may be. Boom. Let me get up off that, or whatever the case may be. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I got a lot coming up, a lot going on, a lot that I'm planning, and a lot that I'm not speaking on because, again, just with human nature, some would say, Phil, you talking a good talk, Phil, but we don't know, Phil, if you actually going to do it, Phil. And I will say this, soon come all things. You feel me? Soon come all things. Soon come all things. I wonder why. Hold on, why is it not on this one? Hold up till we roll up. There we go. I was wondering why I was missing or whatever the case may be. Ouch. Pause. You know how, pause, fellas. You know when your bow wow walls get kind of stuck with the I pause. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, I got a lot of things coming up. One, to expand the brand, expand viewership on this channel, to bring awareness to the shows that I got right, Creole, already on the table, as well as things yet to come. I got something, like I said earlier, that I'm brewing that's going to innovate the way in which we promote ourselves, as well as helping to promote each other at the same time. Not just monetarily or business services or gifts or talents or the things, but also political things, as well as societal awareness, like I said, to missing children and cases like the Nolan Wells and the Carmelo Anthony's and this 6-year-old baby girl. And I wish I had more context to name and the things that went on in that situation. But to bring a broader awareness, to be a vehicle or a vessel, a community situation, whereas we realize we all we got and we move as such. Connie Batty said, I was a teenager and I was always approached by grown men. It made me so uncomfortable as a child being blessed in the right areas. Listen, I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. Angie said, something in the water. Something in the water. Listen. Just like that song, Angie, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Yeah, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep moving. You got to keep making it do what it do. Y'all be on the lookout for some interesting interviews. And the interviews will be of the like of celebrities, influencers, but will also be of the like of average, everyday people who got a story to tell, who might got a business or service that they want to promote, or that might be talented individuals that's trying to get people to understand their story and or hear their talent. There's who dressed up for... Who am I dressed up? I ain't dressed up. I just got on a shirt. I ain't dressed up at all. But that will be on the Tapping with Big Phil Speaks, which will generally be on Tuesdays, but I might do interviews on any day of the week, any given day of the week. I'm going to start concentrating on doing more. But understand, ladies and gentlemen, time is money. And that's my thing, the balancing of time and money, or whatever the case may be. Because some people say, Phil, why you don't be going live on Spaces? Why you don't be going live on TikTok? Why you don't be going live on YouTube more? It's got to do with, you got to balance time and money. I'm not one to get on here begging or none of that. But at the same time, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. To keep it a buck, or whatever the case may be. No matter how much money I do or don't have in my pocket, it still need to make sense, or whatever the case may be. But Somebody. Ooh wee. But I want to encourage all y'all. I want to encourage you all. I want to encourage you all to be of a positive, optimistic mindset when it comes to a lot of the things you see. Yes, though we are seeing, listening, hearing, and experiencing certain things, right? A lot of these things were written already, and a lot of these things we know to exist any damn way. So don't let it get you in a anxious place, a depressed place, a suicidal place, or disencouraged place, or unencouraged place. But let it be the fuel you need. Let it be the courage you need. Let it be the motivation you need to change something, to do something, to proceed, to overcome, to walk in faith, to actually walk in faith. Because a lot of us say we got faith, but don't put nothing behind it. Nothing behind it. It don't mean that you're walking perfectly. It don't mean that you're moving perfectly. It don't mean that you got everything thought out 100%. It don't mean in your relationship you're doing 100% of what you should or could. It means that you're trying to better, to get yourself to that 100 in all things: love, life, relationship, marriage, family, friends, business, opportunity. I know you're like, damn, Phil, it's Friday, Slim. Indeed, it's Friday. But it's still a day to learn something. You can learn something every day. I apologize again for coming on so late. I apologize for coming on so late. Again, I was on the phone with support trying to get my other platform I deal with together so that I can come here and give you all a good experience, a good show. And I think I'm doing all right. You know what I'm saying? But I know in some ways it could be better. I know in some ways the show could be more. Peeps King says, soon with the marriage, them things soon change. I know I could do better. And thus I am looking for a team. Individuals that aren't coming with a motive, that aren't coming with their own revisionary mindset. Now, it's good to take advice from your team. It is. But that can at least see my vision to want to see it come to fruition. Those that ain't, playing wolves in sheep's clothing, meaning they want to get next to you or be a part of your situation to tear it down or just suck away, pause, what you got going on. I don't have no problem with nobody building off of or doing their own thing, around me. I'm never one of them because you don't handcuff nobody or hold nobody or whatever the case may be. You should want to be a conduit for people to reach their goals and their dreams anyway, if you can, in any facet of life. But I can only do but so much doing it all by myself, to keep it a buck. I can only do but so much. But I just want to make sure that people's motives line up. People's intentions be genuine and pure. And that those that would get involved would understand that I'm a growing platform. So to grow with me, as opposed to just necessarily got your hand out or thinking that you should get more than what you should in the moment, but see the bigger picture and understand that there's some things along the way that will present themselves and allow you to garner the financial wherewithal that you want to receive, whatever. Feel you have to pick the right team. That's a fact, Dez. That's a fact. That's why I'm not quick to just grab hold of a team, Dez, or grab hold of people like that. Because some people have the right mindset but don't have the time. Some people have the time but the wrong mindset, if that makes sense. Some people want to be involved, but they want to be involved for the wrong reasons. And some people that have the wherewithal and should be involved, they don't quite want to be involved for other reasons. So it's a thing. It's a thing. But in due time, get rid of all the $3 Indians and watch it grow. That's a fact. That's why I move the way I move, right? In all things, in life, in love, in relationship, in business, and my shows, my opportunities, and all the things. I know I'm not perfect, right? I know I'm flawed. I know I got my own issues, but I know that other people do too. So just being mindful as opposed to just, come on, you take this position, you take the position, you help me with this, you help me with that. Being mindful of whom I would allow to do certain things or whatever the case may be. And there's people that I've seen stuff in and wanted to work with them or wanted them to work with me, but in some ways, in some things, they've shown reared an ugly head or shown themselves to be, something else or, whatever the case may be. And this is no slight to anybody that's been a co-host or anybody that has wanted to work with me or has worked with me or whatever in the past or whatever the case may be. The past is the past on anything or whatever the case may be. Any cast member that I've done content with, any person that I've met or had some kind of affiliation, friendship or more with, anybody that I've shared a stage with or shared a platform with or whatever the case may be. I ain't got no ill will. I ain't got no, what I like to say, have at it. I'm so much in a certain place of, man, listen, what God got for me is for me. And if people are meant to be around, they're going to be around. If they not meant to be around, they not. If the love is genuine, then it will show itself as such. If it's fraudulent, it will expose itself as such. If the support is there, it will show itself as strong. If the support ain't there, it will crumble and wither away. I'm keeping up with as much as I can, Rich Hart, much as I can. No one is perfect. We all have flaws. That's a fact, peep scheme. The fraud. Lord, I hope you search far and wide for the right fit for your platform, the ones you had. Listen, the frog. Hey, listen. What am I supposed to do? And see, and you're right though, the frog, because that comes a part of rushing. That comes a part of rushing to fulfill a need or rushing to fill a want, or just to have somebody in place. Because I've listened and some people, hey, you should get a co-host and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yeah, because that would take a little bit off of me as well and add to the show and all that, because I want this experience to be the best possible for you all or whatever the case may be. And there's been some good possibilities, but then there's been some jacked up possibilities and actualities too. But we're not going there. It's 2026 and we moving beyond that. My auntie said she'll work right on here. Shut your ass up, Dad. Your auntie gonna go upside your head, Dad. Don't be trying to link me up. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that are tapped in, tuned in, and hopefully you'll come back tonight. I know it's Friday. I know some of y'all just got paid. I know the party gonna be jumping tonight, but if you're around your phone, if you're around your house, if you're around your job or around your boo-boo bun thing, hopefully you'll tap in and tune in to Feel the Love Fridays, which will be tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully you all come tap in and tune in and get your weekly portion of Feel the Love. And some say, what does Feel the Love feel? It's where the grown folk come to play and have conversation, where we talk about sex, marriage, relationship, dating, courting, intimacy, all the things, but not do it in a disparaging way where we're trying to be divisive, but just to have great grown conversation where it gets sexy, spicy, and sometimes salacious in the conversation. You got to be there to experience it, though. Y'all got to be there to experience it. I know you heard about it from somebody here, there, and maybe a little bit of everywhere, but you got to be there. I have to go pick up a birthday present, but I'll tap in. That I appreciate that. Listen, I appreciate everybody that tap in for a moment or can stay for a whole show. Either way you look at it. If you tap in for the un momento, I'm thankful. You feel me? I'm more than thankful. And I'm thankful for the ones that even sit in the shadows by the wayside quiet, that don't comment in the comments, or who watch from other platforms that are just sitting here listening, whether they're genuinely interested, whether they're curious, even if they're hating or trying to figure out how can they troll the situation. I appreciate everybody watching. You all are my motivation to keep it going. You all are my motivation to keep it going. You all are my encouragement to keep doing what I do. You all are the inspiration behind me wanting to make this even better, beyond what I want for myself. And I appreciate you all that walk with me, whether it be for moments or for the longevity of the situation, to try to patiently watch my growth amongst you all. Yeah, I slip and fall and might say a thing or do a thing that might not jive or align with everything that you think that I should be doing or saying. My nose is itching, fighting a feeling to sneeze. But I'm thankful and grateful for all the experiences and all the people that have come along this platform, even the ones I don't speak to no more, even the ones that I will never speak to again, even the ones that God will repair at a time, even the ones who I have made amends with, even the ones who continue to do the extras. I thank God for everybody, because it helps me a better me, helps make what I do better, makes me more aware, more keen as I enter in this second prime that I'm talking about. Peep scheme, you bugged out. But yeah, no, I appreciate each and every one of you, even the ones in the A90s, so to speak. It's a shame you got to be in the A9s. You shouldn't have to. I don't care if you got a big name down to a regular person or whatever the case may be. You should be able to be a part of this conversation. As long as you ain't doing nothing hateful, spiteful, evil, spewing bullshit, you welcome here. You welcome. We can turn up. Y'all can have jokes. People say jokes all the time, and I say them back. We can joke. We can have fun. And that's whether we've had an issue or not. I don't care. I don't even care. But moving forward, y'all gonna see some more changes in this show. Y'all gonna see more changes in the other shows that I do. Y'all gonna see additions. Y'all will see more of a presence on me on these internet streets. Even how I do the comments and highlighting comments, that's gonna change. A lot of things are gonna be changed to help promote the betterment of the show or push the show forward past what it is or whatever the case may be. She said, she, you mean thank you? Y'all gonna see, y'all still are watching the further maturation of Big Phil Speaks, huh? Y'all are watching the progression of Big Phil Speaks. But hopefully along the way, you also see the authenticity of Philip White. Even though we one and the same, and Big Phil Speaks is not a character. You know, other people say, oh, this is just a character or just something I put on. No, this is all me. Good, bad, or indifferent. All me. And I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't know if y'all ready to see me when I do embark on this city pull up. I don't know if y'all ready to put it on your calendars when I do the get together later this year. I don't know if y'all truly ready after it's been a long time coming for the GMG cookout. I don't know if y'all ready for that. And that's another reason why I want to put together a team too, because I want to put together a team to facilitate doing events and get-togethers and outings and things of that nature. At least I want to do at least two to three GMG situations a year. And now it don't got to be nothing real grand and great. It don't have to be. It'd be dope. It'd be dope, but it don't have to be grand or great or whatever the case may be. But just time for us to, you know what I'm saying, commune one with each other, come together, have some fun, and it not having to be about content. Not having to be content. And that if there is any footage or film or whatever the case may be released, that is only like summarily portions of it, but not having to film the whole thing as content or making people feel like they're under the gun or under the microscope of the camera or whatever the case may be, so people can be themselves and have a good time or whatever the case may be. A situation where we could put our phones away, put our phones down, and just enjoy the energy and time and have a good time, and then come back to the Good Morning Gang Morning Show or other places and spaces and talk about it and say, man, I had a wonderful time. Yeah, y'all should have been there, which would encourage other people to get their ass on up outside and come be along a part of the situation as well, or whatever the case may be. You can't just talk about it, Philip. You've been talking about this for years. You have to make it happen, so now your followers look at you crazy. The frog, this is what you got to understand. It's always been my intention to do the barbecue or the cookout. However, things have taken place and then my attentions went other places. But in hindsight, the frog, it ain't that I've been bullshitting, but I look at it as like God made it happen that way for a reason. Because if you notice, the frog, some people ain't here no more. Some people have showed themselves to be who they are. Some people that were a part of the situation, who would have been at this cookout or whatever the case may be in times past. And I want the cookout to be people that really coming for fun, really coming to have a good time, really coming to meet individuals that's part of the collective called GMG. Not coming to have something to run back to backbite about, or somebody that's really looking to have something to complain about, or people that got miserable energy. So yeah, no, I get it. It's tighten your bootstraps and make it happen. Oh, it's coming. It's coming, the frog. It's no excuses. It just is what it is. And in hindsight, the frog, I'm happy that it happened the way that it is. It did. Especially if I'm putting money out on the situation, especially because you got to be mindful, like the Bible says about casting your pearls before swine, lest they be trodden. So the same people that if I would have did the cookout before, if I would have did the GMG cookout, some of the people there would have been supping, partaking in what I paid for, whether it be food, the place, or the experience, who really ain't meant me no good in the first place. So sometimes a pause, a delay, ain't a step back. It ain't a procrastination. Sometimes it's meant to happen that way so that the tree can be shaken and the dead leaves can be removed from the branch so that the tree can thrive. You got a single called Gambling House? I'm gonna have to check that out, Amsterdam. Okay. Make the ground shake, Philip. That part. That part. But no, I don't give no excuses. It is what it is, and it wasn't what it wasn't. And maybe now it's the time for all things to happen as they should. You feel me? Anybody that truly knows me is I talk about things, but I don't just talk about them just to talk about them necessarily to sound good. It really be my full intentions to do whatever it needs. Sometimes I could do it right then and there, and sometimes it might take me an extra moment to make it happen or whatever the case may be. But the true goal with Big Phil Speaks is to make it happen, God willing, unless God step in the way or I have a change of heart or mind. Reason, what's goody like the mom? Reason. I ain't got no problem with Knight Rider. Knight Rider ain't never did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? He never really did nothing to me. I don't know if he said some things behind the scenes to some people, but he never really did nothing to me. He was just chasing women. He was just chasing too many of them while being the moderator. I never ran him off or told him he couldn't come around. He went and pushed on by himself. I never told him he couldn't come back around and be around. He hid his face on his own or whatever the case may be. Because I don't want to rehash it, but he was, you know what I'm saying? He was going door to door with his situation. And listen, that's him. That's him. Shout out to Knight Rider if you're watching it or listening. But it ain't had nothing to do with me. That's right. That's it right there, Charlie Hustle. You can't rush God's timing. I like that. Yeah, that part right there. All right, Connie Baptiste. Hopefully you can come through tonight and have a good time with us tonight. A reason that definitely was a time, wasn't it though? That was a time. It was very revealing. It was very telling. And in all honesty, it kind of showed, a lot of people said certain things about him and what he was doing, but it really showed you other individuals in the moment too. If you think about it, it showed you other individuals and how they moving and now they not moving. But it all is all interesting. It was all eye-opening and all the things or whatever. But God bless. God bless it all. Yeah. Am I lying, Beefski? Am I lying? Shout out to Push. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes, I'm about to get up off here. It's been 2 hours. I came on here late. Jazz was goody like the mob. I see you over there next. I'm about to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen, and prepare to get on with my day and all the things. But I'm moving around like tires. I'll see y'all on these internet streets somewhere, somehow, some way. You feel me? Y'all know what I like to say. Smile, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And last but not least, I'm not anti-you. I'm pro-me with an emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon. To the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, baby, I'll holler. Why won't let me do it? Why won't it let me do it? Hold up. Hold up till we roll up.
One big happy family. With GMG. One big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speech. Yeah,
Listen, y'all, you right, Young Dreads. That's what I was talking about, too. That's what I was talking about, 2027. Not later this year, but next year for the cookout. There will be a get-together later this year, though, God willing. But y'all, listen, y'all go be great. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all getting off early, not having a long, stressful day. Y'all live it up to the utmost of your ability. And while you out here playing, plotting, strategize, that if you're so blessed to see mañana, tomorrow that is, that you make it an even better day than the day. On that note, I'm Big Phil Speaks, and I'm up out of here. Love y'all on purpose, you feel me?
We're one big happy family. We're one big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speaks. Yeah.